Girl, what's going on?
Hey. Okay, so here again for another episode of the Dare Show podcast, right? That's what we're all here for. Nanobia Washington. I think that's how you say her first name. AKA Bktidalwave. Y'all, I cannot believe she died. I think this is probably like 2 weeks ago now. I didn't talk about it last week. I forgot to mention it. Bktidalwave, what do we call her influencer? The hilarious woman, the meme-worthy woman, the Brooklyn ray of sunlight that came to us in, I think it was like 2014, 15 or something like that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe she passed away. It's very sad. It's very sad. Like, it was very confusing because she was only 38, and I was reading and I saw that the New York the police investigation, it's, first of all, I think there was like two conflicting reports or several conflicting reports, but the police saying that they found her dead on like the ground in front of a building, and they're saying that she like fell like 6 stories or not feet. So I'm guessing the stories. She fell 6 stories down from a building, and that is just it's heartbreaking, but it's also like there was no evidence of like foul play or something like that, like no bruising or like it just doesn't make sense. Why would she just kill herself? I don't understand, you guys. It would have been a suicide then. It would have been a suicide headline if it was suicide. But I think they said they think somebody. The police part said, okay, maybe I'm just confusing, because one part said one part was like somebody might have pushed her, but then it was like they didn't say it was any evidence of anybody around her. In that last part that I read, I probably should have just stuck to one. Bktidalwave, shout out to her, shout out to her family. It's like this ray of sunlight and fun is gone. You know, I felt like that when what's her name? When Maya Angelou passed on to whatever is next. When she went on, I was like, oh my gosh, who's gonna give us? Because Maya was always tweeting some good shit, always telling us some good, comforting thing. I feel like Iyala kind of does that now. I'm like, who's gonna like comfort us? I think I remember like when I think it was the Newtown shooting, she gave us some good words. So sad. Also, you know, one other shocking passing into the next that shocked me so much was Tina Marie, right? Because it was like the early days of Twitter. She was tweeting, and she had like, it was like Christmas. Oh my gosh, it's almost like the anniversary, because it was like Christmas Eve or something like that. And she was tweeting, and then she was like, and I saw her tweet. She's like, "Good night, y'all," or whatever. And then the next morning, they say she passed away. I was just like, what? She was just tweeting last night. I can't. This is too much. Life is too much. So let's move along. But shout out to Bktidalwave, the most hilarious, meme-worthy person, and probably so like relevant-wise, right? 5-6 years later, still very heavy. So Mariah Carey, right? Mariah Carey she put out a new song. What's the name of that damn song? As you can tell, I don't particularly like it. it's just like it's a lot going on in the song, and for some reason, every time I listen to a new song on my phone, it sounds like the mixing is off or something, and it's like everything sounds drowned, like nothing sounds clear. And I'm like, is it the singing? Is it the mixing? Is it my phone? But I think maybe it's my ears. So I'm like, it takes me a few seconds to fall in love at Christmas. That's the name of the song. It takes me a few moments to like get into it. It's with Kirk Franklin and Khaled. Uh, okay, just some random stuff. Kirk Franklin, Mariah Carey, Khaled. The song starts off like uncomfortably low to listen to. Like his vocals are very low, and it's just like he's harmonizing. I think it's a 2-part harmony. It's kind of uncomfortable. And then you get into her part. She gets some good like harmonies on her verses, and then I think like at the end it's just like this gospel moment accompanied by and probably orchestrated by Kirk Franklin. I don't think Khalid is on the rest of the song, right? After like after like the 2 minutes, I think he's gone off of the song into as we get into the praise break with Kirk Franklin, and I'm just like, oh, okay, thanks for that. She gets a good, cute whistle moment. I don't know. I just don't really care for another like Christmas song by Mariah. It's a very catchy. I'm not gonna lie. It's very catchy. It's very affectionate, an affectionate tone to it. Um, it's not. I don't really care. I don't really care. I Nobody's really talking about it still. She did announce this morning that she's collaborating with McDonald's. Y'all, this is the ghettoest shit ever. Ghetto for the holidays. That's what she's gonna call her next album. Because like, what is this, Mariah? Why are we doing a collaboration with who is it? McDonald's. That is so. It's just. It's so ghetto. Because McDonald's, I see, McDonald's, they got some cheap ass food. The food probably isn't even real. I don't eat out a lot, or I don't like to. I don't like cooking that much either. But I do when I cook. I like cooking, but when I don't, I don't. I don't feel like it. But this McDonald's deal came out of nowhere, and I saw like the tweets early this morning, and I wasn't really paying attention because it was just like kind of like random shit they were tweeting each other. I just like wasn't paying attention because it was just like, okay, just random shit here. But now then I looked on like Instagram and I'm like, oh, you're actually having a deal with McDonald's, and I don't think it's not like a deal. It's not like her collaborating and creating like things. It's just I think it's like a deal, like a Mariah deal. Today you can get this with that, or that with this on this next day, or something like that. It's not like actual food being made, which I kind of thought it kind of was at first, but then I read, but still, anyways, this McDonald's deal is so ghetto. But take on that ghetto check, girl. And also, what is with this like food collaborations with these companies, and celebrity collaborations with these companies? Although I really did enjoy the hottie sauce. Somebody else I know didn't particularly enjoy it. I've seen mixed reviews online about the hottie sauce. I liked it. Like, I want to go get some more, but I don't want to like buy Popeyes, right? Because Popeyes where I live, I think I said this a couple weeks ago or something. Or maybe I tweeted it. Popeyes where I live is very dry, cold. The service I went is bad. The chicken sandwich, when the chicken sandwich first came out, they were amazing. They were so tasty. This new batch, after that, they had the what's it called? They had that phenomenon, and then they had to like find some chickens to kill, and that took like 6 months, 8 months. So when that 8 months was over and they came back, it was just like, what is this? This does not taste like what I had 2 months ago. So, the fish sandwich was pretty good. The chicken nuggets, I like that they're expanding their horizons, their menu. I do enjoy, I appreciate that. But the chicken nuggets, they were like tiny and flavorless. But that hottie sauce is something I do want to go get. It's sweet, it's spicy, it's like another like flavor, what's the word? Flavor, it's another flavor palette that I did enjoy. I enjoyed that. I didn't get the sweetie meal. But yeah, this Mariah collaboration is just reminding me of crispy chicken, fresh lettuce, all wrapped up in a one tortilla crispy chicken. Miss Mary J, who's going on tour. I think she's releasing a song this month or next month, and then album next year. Going on tour, I believe next year. I think we're like D Nice, the the DJ. So yeah, Fall in Love at Christmas. And then like at the end of Fall in Love, they do this like da 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 da. And I'm like, what is that? Like I can audibly hear what they were saying. So I'm just like, what? It's just Mariah. Mariah, this isn't the one. Sweetie, you gotta. And where's this Clark Sister song? Come on now. We got some music. I'm guessing she's putting out another album? I don't know. Why does she do this? What is this for? I don't know. I don't really care for Christmas music right now. We're almost at Thanksgiving. We have another week and a half, I think, or 2 weeks ish. Until Christmas. I'm ready for some food. I'm gonna make this crab dip. I think we're gonna have some ribs, just untraditional, which I'm glad. Although I do love turkey, I love a turkey wing. I love a turkey breast. I enjoy like a cooked whole piece of turkey, not necessarily like a turkey sandwich or something like that. But yeah, I'm excited for this crab dip I'm gonna make. Christmas. It's not that cold. Like it's been like it's kind of warm today here in the South. So it's not that cold right now. So I'm like, I do want to get some like Christmas attire. So yeah, that's that on Christmas. So Patty, right? Mariah's godmother. Last week I told you guys that she was talking to Congress on behalf of like getting better attention and help for diabetes and low income communities or disparaged communities or black and brown communities. And I guess she talked to him. I don't really know. I didn't see any like evidence of it. But she did this interview and she was just talking about, we need more town halls, we need more education being put out there. Okay, and she was diagnosed with diabetes in 95. Because I was like, I knew it was like before like 96, or not 96, before Flame. But I think it was like definitely before. It was definitely after, it was in the 90s, but it was like after Burning. So it was 95 is after Gems was released. But I thought it was before then. I swear it was before then. I really gotta go get that book. Maybe I'll ask for that for Christmas. Get me the Patti LaBelle book. But she talked to she did this interview and she talked to this guy, and yeah, just wanting to get. She was super nervous, and talking about super nervous. Um, this finally this one interview, right, by Patty and Arsenio Hall. First of all, I tweeted them already, but can we please get an Arsenio Hall and Patty reunion? We all adore and love their interviews that he did with them back in the day. She swears she was on his show a lot. I think at least like 6 times.
I lost 20 pounds in the last 3 weeks, and I'm going to keep on losing until I lose 40 more, and I'm going to be real cute, okay? I might lose 10 more after that. I don't know, because it feels good to lose this weight.
Now, you doing the Lasorda thing? Or
no, darling, I'm just doing zip your lip. And,
on his show, or like on his adjacent show or something like that. They seem like they had a really great friendship. I don't know what happened. We don't really see them anymore or talk about each other anymore. I know they had a close relationship. I do remember the BET Honors. He hosted. I was so excited. Because I thought we were going to get like a moment. But he hosted the BET Honors, and she was I think it was like one of the last BET Honors. In like, I think 2016 or something. And she got her award, and she gave her a short and sweet speech. I thought she was going to give a longer speech or something. But we didn't even get a moment. I thought we were going to get a moment. But can we get them a reunion? Even if they just talk about the old stuff still, the Caesar's Palace days, the Vegas days, the shows days, the cooking on the road, the fur. Just give us a moment. I want another moment because they were so hilarious. And he just like adored Patty. And she just had so much fun with him. But this one interview, I think it was like the 92-ish, maybe 91. No, it was 92. When she's promoting Out All Night. And I didn't know she was promoting, but that's what she came on the show to do. And she also saying, thank you to the person who uploaded the entire interview, and we finally got the entire performance of When You Love Somebody on the show. I'm thinking Patty was very nervous, but either Patty's very nervous, but I don't think she's ever nervous with singing. But she's either very nervous, or she doesn't know the words, or her voice isn't, up to like par to where she feels freer to sing. And I think it was maybe her voice. Maybe she's like having voice issues or something, but she was definitely nervous during this interview. She was promoting the show Out All Night. Dwayne Martin was there. I think, Dwayne, Vivica Fox, they were in the earlier years, so, it wasn't like commotion and, praise like they get now, because when Dwayne, he was like, yeah, we have Dwayne. No, wait, Dwayne Martin? Dwayne Martin. They were like, Dwayne Martin, and like 2 people clapped. So it was just like, okay. She cussed on, Patty cursed, and they bleeped it out. It was like this weird moment. Her nail got clipped in the fan. She was so nervous. It was a really good interview, though. It was a chaotic interview. I'm trying to think what else happened. Her nail, she cursed. I'm blanking. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. But yeah, she was very nervous, and I'm just like, why was she so nervous? But the reason why I really wanted to see that one interview was because there's this GIF going around where she's like drinking water, and kind of like her eyes get bucked and like side-eyeing a little bit, and it's really funny. So I was like, wait, I want to see this interview. I need to see this interview. And her hair is amazing. Her makeup is done. The nails are done. I was just like, oh wow, I really want to. Thank God, thank God to the person who uploaded, because I really, really wanted to see that. Because there's all the other clips. There's a from the Gems era, the 91 era. the one in the like 89 where she did Over the Rainbow. There's the one where she did I Can't Complain. There's all the, and then, you know, the Prince interview. I think that's pretty much it. The interview, her last appearance on his show, when she was like, can I say NBC? I don't know if that was before or after the little, because one of the reasons why Arsenio I think the reason why he got canceled, I'm sorry, I was trying to think of the word, his show got canceled, was because he had, I think either he had Minister Farrakhan on the show, or it's like some kind of like support from Minister Farrakhan on the show. And I think that's the reason, one of the reasons why, or the reason why he got, it was like a political game, and that's why he got canceled. And so like her last interview with him, she was singing Winter in You. Beautiful a cappella, just her and the piano, her running and ripping, not running and ripping, but it was just so beautiful and like effortlessly. And she sings at the end, I know you know why you got canceled, why you're leaving. And it was like a very sad moment, very cute moment. It's on my YouTube page, The Dare Show Podcast. By the way, welcome to The Dare Show Podcast. I'm going to take a break, and when I come back, I'm going to talk a little Madonna. Okay, listen to the first sponsor, who is Anchor.
And I have this fierce single that Sammy McKinney and these little guys put together, baby. I got a single that'll make you jump up and dance, and if you can't dance to that, you got a hole in your soul, okay?
Okay, welcome back to The Dare Show Podcast. The song of this week, I think I want to say the song of this week is going to be Frozen by Madonna. It's off of her Ray of Light album. It's a beautiful ballad. She sings it on her Madam X live show. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Madonna, but I do enjoy me some Madonna, right? And last night I watched her Madam X live concert. I don't want to know why she decides to, if any of the what do they call it? Rebel Hearts? Whatever. If any of the Madonna fans, first of all, if any of the Madonna fans are listening, I want to know why she, and it's not in a bad way, because I love her visual, I love her album, her concert DVDs, and I love her live albums. She puts out live albums. She's put live albums out for the past like 6 or 7 albums. And I found that, I'm like, it's a great attraction. It's a great thing to do, right? Because not a lot of people do it. Not a lot of people have it. And I feel like it does expose people that don't listen to her. You get a different version of her, right? I'm going to jump around, but first of all, I do want to say, what a career. What a career. As we do know, Madonna is working on a movie. Is she going to tell the truth? I feel like Madonna is very honest. Is she going to tell the truth in her movie? Because I saw her interview when she was promoting Madam X Live. She did Jimmy Fallon used to be so entertaining, so funny. Now his hair is a mess. He needs a haircut. He needs a new joke. He's just so fucking corny. He's just like Ellen corny. And it's just like, ugh, I can't watch this shit. But Madonna, what was I talking about? Madonna what a career. Is she going to tell the truth with her? Because she was telling the story on Jimmy. That's what I was talking about. She was telling the story on Jimmy about how she loves that there was this movie being made, but nobody asked her about it. And so she was like, this misogynistic director was going to film it. And she's just like, why don't I just write the movie or help you guys make this movie? So I'm just like, and I feel like, throughout her careers, I've seen, some interviews. She's very honest. She's very guarded. Is she going to tell the truth in the movie? She's told her truth throughout some parts, but sometimes, I listened to this Howard Stern interview in 2015 for the Rebel Heart. Yeah, the Rebel Heart album. I really do enjoy that album. That's probably one of my favorite Madonna albums. Definitely. It's so like corny, but it's corny in a the corniness doesn't make me not want to listen to it. And it's really good. It's corny lyrics, but they're good lyrics. The beat's great. She's serving a little vocal every now and then. A barely vocal every now. I'm not even gonna lie. Madonna's not the singer. But I didn't mean to say that. But I didn't mean to bring that up. But we all know it's true. But anyways. Is she gonna tell the truth in her movie, you guys? I don't know. I feel like she will. Will it be edited? I don't know if they're gonna edit her because I know she's not for that kind of shit. Hopefully she will. We'll see. So I'm gonna jump around a little bit because I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I do have some things I want to say because I was having a little Madonna moment the past couple of days. Right, started with "You're Frozen." I love that. I do really love that song. Why do I sound so nasally? So her whole thing with this show and the Madam X concept was what I believe is Madam X is all of these different quote unquote characters she's been playing throughout her career. They're all one person. And you know what? When people start doing that, combining the career into one thing, I start getting a little nervous. Like, girl, what you know that I don't know? What you doing now? Why are you doing that? Is something about to happen? I don't like that. Madonna. Art is here to prove that all safety is an illusion. That is like, it starts off with like this very annoying, she's at the typewriter, there's this man doing like these movements to like the typewriter, and then there's the gunshots, and he's like, boom, 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 on the ground, shaking, gyrating, and that happens for like it's like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I can't take it. Art is here to prove that all safety is an illusion. If you know what that means, let me know, because I have no idea what that means. She's very inspired by James Baldwin, who is an American black gay writer. Back in the day. Not too back in the day, but like, 50s, 60s, 70s. And that's sort of, I guess, the whole Madam X thing really inspired, all these inspirations. Telling the story, I didn't really get a story. I didn't really get a story. It was just, the album being talked about. I did not like the album so much, but I do like a couple of the songs on the album. Oh, the reason why I wanted the Madam X thing. Madam X is all these people in her career combined into one. So I'm just like, Madonna, do you know who you are? And the reason why I say that is because, do you know who you are and do you like who you are? Because I feel like, our childhood is always a part of us. It has something to always do with us, right? Even in our adult lives, as I'm learning, I'm 27, I'm still learning and still grasping with my childhood sometimes. Madonna, a story that stuck out to me with her interview with Howard Stern was she was very poor, but she went to this like well-to-do-ish school or like Catholic school or something like that. And, the clothes she wore, how she was lower class than her classmates. And she felt like she didn't fit in. So I'm like, does she know who she is? Because that story just like reminded me. I mean, you see like her playing sort of these quote unquote characters throughout her career. Maybe she's trying to find herself, but I'm still like, in this day and age, does she know who she is? And I'm gonna bring this back around also because she did adopt black children, and they were like in the interview, she adopted more black children since then, I believe. No. I think that's when she adopted the girls. Because I think David, that's his name. David is with her last husband, Guy, and then she adopted, I think, 3 more girls, 2 or 3 more girls, black women, black children. And what is the underlying reason why she adopted black children? But I feel like Madonna's always trying to fit in or find her place in certain things. So she, she did the R&B-ish music. She worked with Babyface. I think it was like bedtime stories. Then there's like these like the pop shit in the beginning, the very very pop stuff. The new R&B music on Hard Candy with the beats on Hard Candy, working with Pharrell and Kanye. Even this album has like, a Portuguese influence on the music. And I'm not saying you can't dibble and dabble in music, right? It is weird when a white woman does it. Because it does feel... I feel like there's always a reason or a way to tweak it. I mean, to look at it sideways. And then what I'm saying is just some stuff that I've looked at. But what is the reason why she adopted black children? Is it because she... And somebody, Nikki Starr, I believe, she said this yesterday. She was like, it's easy for you as a white... Do you do what you do to blame it on fitting in, or because my children are black, so now I can act black because my children are black? And it clicked with me with Madonna. I was like, oh, is that what Madonna's doing? Did she adopt those children so she can be a part of the black culture or partake in the black culture? Because her Instagram is a fucking mess. She looks a mess on Instagram. Madonna looks a mess. She has like the braids, the black girl braids, the big lips, the black aesthetic, modern day black woman aesthetic on her Instagram, and it just looks like nobody's gonna tell her anything. And in the interview, Howard Stern was like, you adopted these children. These not poor innocent. You adopted these children that didn't have anything, and now you're bringing them to a better life. You're raising them, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, and you still got criticism for that. She's like, yeah, I know, I got criticism for it. How fucked up is that? And I'm like, maybe not then. It might have been fucked up. Wait, maybe not then. It might not have been specific reasons why it could have been fucked up. But now, with you acting out and looking like you hood mammy from the hood, when you're just Madonna from Detroit, or not even Detroit, I think like Michigan, not even Detroit, child. When you're just Madonna from Michigan, let me get into my notes. It rubs me off the wrong way. Shut up if you know what I'm saying. God Control, my favorite song. I do enjoy that song. It is a different... Okay, I think she's using autotune and she's wearing a fucking grill while she was singing this entire album. That's why I did not enjoy it that much, because I could not understand exactly what she was saying. So when I'm watching it, I can actually see, her mouth moving and kind of put words together. God Control, she was wearing these colonial outfits. The choreography, Madonna, this choreography she looked pretty good doing. Sometimes Madonna can come off as white woman dancing. In her early career days, she was kicking and twisting and popping and locking and pussy popping and dipping and dropping it. And she looked amazing. Or she looked, it was fluent. She looked really good. And then I think it was like towards like the 90s where it was just like, girl, you don't look so good doing that. Maybe late 90s, the body gets a little creaky. I think she's like 40-ish, going on 40. So yeah, sometimes the choreography on Madonna does not look good. It looks like, girl, I'm trying to keep up. These bones are clicking like they used to. But some moments during the show, it did look really good. The colonial costumes were very, in my opinion, it was just like unnecessary. Like, why do we have to keep costuming like this? The choreography was so fucking happy for this sad, social conscious song. It was very confusing, and then the audience's reaction was, it's like, is this the same song y'all listening to? Because I'm not gonna be popping and dropping into whatever the words are. God Control. Everybody knows the damn nobody's pussy popping to this song. Then we get into Human Nature. It was under most of the songs, like the remixes to the songs, like to her old songs, they were very underwhelming to watch. I was just like, oh, okay. I'd rather listen to it. I do love Human Nature. I think that's one of my favorite Madonna songs. Again, in the video, the box braids, the cornrows. I mean, not box braids, they were cornrows. I'm like, is that necessary, ma'am? Hello? Nobody... Whatever. What does that say? Hard moment. It was very weird to watch. The choreography was uncomfortable. I'm like, as a society, do we find Madonna attractive enough to watch her rub on her pussy at this time and place? I don't. At the end, we have this very like hood moment because the song is very like hip hop adjacent. Hip hop 90s vibe. Not even vibe. Let me see who produced that song. Because the song, has this like beat to it. And it's a really good song, but at the end, she has like all of her black dancers, and then her black children come on, and her two kids, they have to be like under 10. And at the end of the song, it's, I'm not your bitch, and I'm not sorry. Oh, don't put your shit on me. I'm not your bitch. And they're all like mouthing it, and the kids are mouthing it. I'm like, wait, what? What's going on? The kids are mouthing it, and they're like saying it. I'm just like, okay, it's not my child. I would not be having my children sing this song or say it out in public like this. Like, okay. Dave Hall, that's who performed? Dave Hall. Okay, so yeah. Oh, Dave Hall, the one who's married to Wanda Sykes, who did a lot of music with Mariah. So I'm like, it's not my cup of tea to have my children out here singing songs like this. But anyways, it's very comfortable to watch. I'm like, where's Lourdes? Where is Rocco? Why you got the black children out here doing this? None of my business. Not my children. Where's Anchor? Now Madonna, during this Madame X tour, she did smaller theaters instead of like big arenas. Child, I don't know what small theater this was. She's like, I'm in a small theater. That theater looked bigger than the Apollo Theater. I've never been, just pictures. I'm like, what theater is this? This is a big ass theater. Another thing, okay, the one thing that really confuses me and Jesus. Madonna and these I saw her do it on her on the what was that? Not Rebel Heart. The one in 2012. Shit, what's the name? What's the name of that album, y'all? Give me a second. MDNA World Tour. I remember her doing this thing on the MDA World Tour where she asked for money from the audience as she like stripped off her clothes, and she kind of like, she's a little mean. She's a little mean to them. She was like, give me your fucking money. It's going to charity tonight. All the money raised is going to charity. And she does that again with this on this show. And she's like taking a Polaroid, and she's like, this Polaroid will go to whoever has the highest bidder. And so all these people are like bidding money to her in euros. And I'm like, okay, why is she doing this? It's very awkward. It's very weird. You're taking straight up money from your audience, your fans, and telling them they've already spent money on a fucking ticket. Why don't you just give half of the proceeds to your charity or a charity or whatever charity that you're dealing with? It could come off very skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. Like, okay, yeah, you say you're gonna give it, but are you actually gonna give it? I'm just saying. I'm not really questioning. I'm just saying. I'm just like, okay, this is very weird. It's just very uncomfortable to watch. I don't like it. Why not just give money to your charity? From the proceeds of the show, you're making $5 million in sales. This, like, the stats are online. You're making $5 and $6, $7 million doing these shows. Whatever. It's not my fan base. Not my queen. Anyways, so this last thing I do want to talk about with Miss Madonna and the Madame X live show, whatever this was. She has a song called Batuka. Now, it's like this call and response chanting thing she does. A very upbeat, especially in the video. It's like that we're seeing white, and we're seeing, like, the color. They're wearing white. These beautiful brown skinned women wearing white, and they're seeing ocean, and it's like these beautiful imageries, pop of imageries, and it's coming after a very. It's probably the most happiest song on the set list. After like American Life, after like Vogue and American Life and all these, God Control and these heavy auto-tune shit, heavy songs. We had like this one upbeat moment with the Batucaderas. The Batucaderas Orchestra. Now these women, this whole thing has to do with slavery, right? So the Batucas, the Batucaderas, they were it has to do with the slave. Oh wait, I'm trying to process it right. Okay, Portugal took slaves from Africa, took Africans, made them slaves. They brought them back or something like that, whatever. And the Batuka people, if I'm saying this correctly, or the Batuka women, they would play on these drums. And so the slave people were like, okay, you guys are trying to rebel, but they're just, doing their drumming, happy shit. I don't think they were drumming. They were rebelling. So they would take away their drums. I think they had drums. So they would take away their drums, and they ended up, I think, playing on their laps. And then that's how, like, modern day, they formed into, like, we're still going to do our thing. We're not necessarily rebelling like you think we are. But it also was like this thing where they formed their drums out of like clothing. They made drums out of clothing and like a leather strip or something like that. It was very like kind of confusing. But anyways, that's the Batuka story. So she talks about how she was in Portugal and she went out one night and her friend takes her out and to the special event, the special moment, to like not necessarily this bar place, and the Batuka women, they played for her, and so she's like, okay, can we do a song together? So I'm just like, okay, here we go with the white shit. So I'm side-eyeing this a little bit because the Batuka song, the song Batuka, is sort of like, she was like this feminist song. It's a song about freedom. Not necessarily like freedom, but like it was sort of like Madonna's point of view of where she wanted to go with it. And I'm like, I feel like I wish she would have maybe incorporated. That's another thing, like this white aspect. She's like feminism, but I'm like, their story is you're telling a story about their slavery experience and how they've overcome slavery in their own way by patting. Now they pat on their laps because then they have drums. So I'm like, why not? Why do we have to have the weird white woman point of view and not sort of like a collaboration point of view? And she was just like, this collaboration of their history point of view with possibly your message. Why not combine it instead of sort of, because it was definitely coming off like, this is my point of view, and of course this is my song, this is my album. It was just like, girl, come on. And I wish, she's just like call and responding. She's, just talking basically in the song. It's a catchy, cute song. The women, they didn't know English, so they had like a translator. She was like, let's translate. It was kind of funny because they have never recorded on mics. Yada, 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 yada. It's a bittersweet moment because it is sweet. You're exposing this history that people don't know about. Exposing these women, which is a beautiful moment. But then there's like this white woman colonizer type moment where it's like you're taking over and not necessarily exposing, I feel like, in a correct way. If that makes sense. And then she had like this Holy Ghost moment, right? The song is very like chanting and the beats and the drums and stuff, and she has like this Holy Ghost moment, and it's just like, girl. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's a creatively weird, embarrassing dance that she did. Madonna is so fucking corny at her core. She's very white, very Michigan at her core. She tries to be or tries to come off as other or dibbles and dabbles in other cultures and stuff like that. It's just like, no. Anyway, that's all I have to say about Miss Madam X Alive. What did you guys think about the show? If you watched it, if you listened to the album, what do you think about it? If you like the album, what do you think about it? Like I said, it was just too much autotune and grill for me to listen to and enjoy. Yeah. On that note, I'm gonna get out of here. If you'd like to follow me, leave a comment at the Dare Show podcast on YouTube. The Dare Show, My Love Money Tonight on Instagram. Thank you for listening. I'll be back next week. Have a great week. Check out the YouTube page. Click around, check it out. There's lots of fun, funny Patty moments and other stuff on there. My other, 47, 48 podcasts are on there. Last week's episodes are up still. Everything's up there. Thank you for listening.
One more thing before I go. You can also watch me on A Different World. I'm still Dwayne Wayne's mother too, okay? And I'm gonna be doing that in October. A long episode so I can beat Diane Carroll up, okay?